G'day guys, I thought I'd do a review on the PSE 2019 Stinger Extreme. This is the 55-pound model. This is my first ever compound bow, so I'm not going to pretend to know what all the components are, all the brands and everything, but I can tell you how it's been from the first 2 months of ownership. So before I bought this, I was watching a heap of videos on YouTube, and most of the videos were on quite expensive bows and being shot by professional or semi-professional archers. So until I bought this, I'd never picked one up, never shot one, and I've just been to a couple of shops in the past and had a look at them, but yeah, never actually held one in my hand. So here in Australia, a PSE 2019 model like this came with half a dozen arrows, came with the sight, came with the rest, little stabilizer, and that was 700 Australian dollars ready to shoot. And the guy I bought it from lived pretty local. He set it up for me and everything, shot in his back garden, sighted it in, and I've shot pretty much every day in my own garden since I bought it. So it was set on 43 pounds when I got it, and yeah, within the last, if I've owned it for 2 months, I maxed it out at 55 pounds probably after 6 weeks of ownership. So it's known as being a entry-level bow. It is also known as probably being the best entry-level bow. However, if you're just shooting at the weekends, if you've only got access to an archery range, you can't shoot every day, it probably absolutely is that. But myself, shooting every single day and coming to the archery range at the weekends, I maxed it out pretty quick and would probably quite easily be able to shoot something a little bit more expensive and a little bit more powerful. That said though, really good just for shooting after work or getting out into the rainforest like this is. Yeah, it's really good time spent. So the sight on it is a 5-pin sight. Top pin is set for 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters and 50 meters. What I have been able to do is shoot 60 meters, and I've used the top of that little spirit level as a 60 meter mark or pin, and been able to hit the target pretty well. So yeah, I'll let you know. We'll shoot a couple of arrows and you can see how it goes. We'll shoot at down the range, so you've got multiple options, 10, 20, 30, 40. We'll stick a couple in at 20. And I've got to say, the first time I came down here with this, the feeling of walking around shooting targets with a compound bow, and that feeling when you release that arrow, you can't really explain it until you try it. We'll stick 3 in there. I don't know what my form is like, but I suppose improving your form and your accuracy is why you get into it, to see that steady progression and enjoy it when it happens. So if we sit that there, just walk down the range and have a little look-see. Like I say, I have shot every day at home, so that is about 20-25 metres. And you can see just after just a couple of months of shooting, so you've got 21 metre mark there. Yeah, it's easy to hit the target. It's real good. What I'll do is I'll take the camera back. I'll take these out. We'll let off some different markers and see how we go. Okay, so we just collected those. What we'll do is we'll try a different target. We'll go for 40 metres. So with your pins, just there, because mine are set up as 10, 20, 30, 40. The 20 metre mark, that's your second pin. Your 30 metre target, that's your third pin. So now we're going to go on the fourth pin for the 40 metre mark. So when I first got it, I bought a dozen Chinese arrows, and then about a week or so ago I spent a little bit more money on the Hunter gold tips. So we cut them down, they're shorter, and you can definitely see probably a 20-30% improvement in your accuracy by spending a little bit more money on quality arrows. Stick the third one down there, then we'll take a walk and see what happens. I think what I would like to do in the near future is get archery lessons, or maybe just spend an hour, 2 hours with someone, because of shooting at home I probably picked up some bad habits. Wouldn't disagree with that. But, terrible. You can see 40 metre mark. We've got one next to it, 2 misses. But I suppose it's all part of the learning curve. And as those arrows start to get closer and closer, I suppose that's where the enjoyment comes from. Okay, so we are now down a bit of a longer range. We are stood at the 60 metre mark. So my bow is only set up with the pins on the side. The furthest one, that bottom pin, is set for 50 metres. So what we're going to do is, as we bring those pins up past the target, we're going to use the top of the spirit level as a 60 metre marker. So I won't lie, I have tried this before. It was okay. So we'll just we'll stick a couple down there and see what happens. Shooting at 60, you really notice how small the target becomes, but it's good fun. Not so sure about that second one. Got a bit of a shake on. But I am finding the satisfaction out of shooting long range is way beyond what I thought it would be. When you're stood at a point looking at a little marker or a little target 30, 40, 50, 60 yards away, if you hit that, then that's a pretty good feeling. Whoa, not bad. Shit, not bad at all. So that is what can be done at 60 yards using your bubble just after a couple of months of buying your first bow. So if you put the time in and you're enjoying it, which you will do if you're enjoying it, yeah, you can get good results. I tell you what, yeah, I'm bloody happy with that. So overall, then, how do I rate it? Am I happy with it? Is it what I thought it would be? Do I think it's worth the money? Answer to those questions is yes. I definitely think it's worth the money, especially if you genuinely think that archery is going to be something which gives you satisfaction and you're going to want to spend the time doing, then that $700 combo is definitely money well spent. Would I buy it again? Knowing what I knew then, yes. Yeah, I would. Knowing what I know now, I'd probably spend a few extra $100 and get the PSE Bow Madness Unleashed. But if you're buying your first one, you don't fully know if you're going to enjoy archery. Are you going to have the time to do it? Are you going to want to put the time in and continue it? So are you going to spend over $1,000? Maybe not. Getting a full-on combo with arrows ready to shoot for $700. If you don't enjoy it after 6 months, you could sell that on for $500. So you haven't really done yourself an injustice. But for what I wanted, this is definitely opened my eyes up to the world of archery. Yeah, in a positive way. I love my bow. It's powerful, it's accurate. I probably wouldn't have to upgrade it if I didn't want to. I'd be very comfortable taking this hunting, and at 30 meters, yeah, you're going to stick something very well with this wound up, fully maxed out at 55 pounds. So I'll shoot a couple more, send a few more down there. So there's a target of a rabbit, picture of a rabbit at 30 meters. And we'll just give that, let's give him what for. And what I did find a couple of weeks ago was my accuracy was, I was happy with it. It was good enough and it was improving. I don't know what happened, but for a whole week I couldn't shoot for shit. My form was off. I was shooting high, shooting right, and yeah, I don't know what happened. So I spoke to the guy I bought my bow off, and he just told me you're probably leaning in to the right. That's what's sending it there. And so I spent an afternoon in the back garden, taking it back to basics, and like to think I got my form and accuracy back. But I actually quite like the fact that that happened. Because it keeps it interesting. We'll stick one more down there. Go and have a look-see. Okay, so that is a rabbit at 30 meters. Let's see if we got ourselves dinner. 2 did, 1 didn't, but the 2 that did, I'm pretty good with the grouping. That's not bad, but as you can see, it's a couple of months in. Not every shot is perfect, so enjoying the journey. Good luck, guys. Okay, so I thought I'd done my last video, but I just thought I'd just let off a couple of hours just before I went home, just do my last ones at 50 meters, see how we go. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. 1 center of center, 2 on there, and then 1 just outside. That's yeah, in the words of Cameron Haynes, you keep hammering and you get it done.